Hello, everybody. I'm TJ, and today I'm joined by one of the newest Grandmasters for the Americas region. It's Briarthorn Schneider. Hey, Brian, how's it going today, man?
Hello, doing all right.
Well, today I am going to ask you some questions. Actually, better yet, I'm going to try and distract you with some questions while I beat you in some Hearthstone games. All right, since we're in the mulligans, I'm going to start off with the first question.
Right.
This one might be a little bit tough. Your name's Briarthorn now.
Yeah.
Previously, when people saw you at the first Masters tour that you did well in, I believe in Arlington, you were Brimful. Mm-hmm. And then I remember back in 2019, you played in the Wild Open under the name Sphinx Manatee, where you top aided. Why? What's with all the name changes? What motivates you to keep changing your name over and over again?
I don't know. I'm just kind of fickle with names. Like I don't have like a strong. I don't necessarily have a strong attachment to any one name because, like, you know, it's just a screen name at the end of the day, and you know, you want to pick a name that sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
And I think this name sounds cool for now.
Do you have any other names up your sleeve?
Not right now. Like, I kind of want to incorporate my own real life name somehow in my current battle tag. So that's kind of the motivation for Briarthorn. And, you know, Briarthorn is a herb from Warcraft. So I thought that was cool, being named after a plant.
Yeah, well, I was playing some classic WoW not too long ago and picking some Briarthorn. So I was getting some Swift Thistle too. People that don't play WoW have no idea what I'm talking about, but it is very important. Very important. Next question. You're a Grandmaster now, regardless of what your name is. You are an America's Grandmaster. Was it something that you were working towards? Was it a goal to be a Grandmaster, or do you just, you know, kind of like competing and, you know, becoming a Grandmaster was kind of a byproduct of that love for competing?
I would say like more, like I was just interested in like, you know, like going to these places and competing, but like, I guess like, especially like in this past year, it became more of a goal, like, to actually become a GM, where I thought like, hey, that'd be pretty cool to do.
We're watching through kind of that last Masters tour, you know, the third one where it was sort of the last chance for everybody. Were you kind of watching on nervously, like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to make it, or did you think that, oh, maybe I won't have a chance? What was it like, you know, that sort of weekend watching the process of, okay, well, nobody passed me in money, so I'm a Grandmaster? Yeah,
like I was definitely nervous. Well, yeah, like I didn't do well in that tournament. Like I think I kind of misread the meta, and like I went like 1-3 drop. And yeah, that weekend I was definitely like, I won't lie, like I was looking at like the standings, seeing how I was doing compared to other North American players, well, American players, and you know, I definitely feel like I got pretty lucky to get as far as I've gotten so far.
Yeah, it was close there, sort of at the end of that Masters tour. I'm not going to say, you know, that America's was the strongest region in money earners. What we lack in money earners at Masters tours, we make up for in just raw Grandmaster skill. So don't worry, you're still among the best. I wouldn't let that dissuade you. I want to talk, you know, I mentioned earlier how you went by a different name, Sphinx Manatee, when you played in Wild. Is, you know, dabbling in other formats something that you still do? You know, what kind of, are you only constructed now because, you know, you've been trying to have that goal of being a Grandmaster, or do you still play a lot of Wild and try and get through there?
I've been mostly just playing standard. Like every now and then, like I'll like try playing some Wild deck for fun, but I don't like try to climb or anything. there's also Battlegrounds. I haven't played much of that either. But I kind of like, I don't know, the interest is there to play it more though.
Well, you seem to be pretty creative with your decks. You're currently destroying my signature Totem Shaman with this homebrewed Highlander Mage deck that you got to show off a little bit at the last Masters Tour. Is trying to break the mold when it comes to certain decks in the metagame. Is that something that you always try and do when you're playing Hearthstone, playing Constructed?
Yeah. Well, I like trying a lot of different things just to see if it works, and like it usually winds up with me just like losing a bunch of games in a row. But yeah, like I play a lot of just like weird builds, just like on ladder, just to see like if it'll work. Like I was playing aggro druid one evening for like an hour and like lost like a bunch of ranks of that, but
not token druid, aggro druid.
Yeah, with just like a bunch of 1-drops and the buff cards.
Mm-hmm.
It has potential. Like it wasn't good now, but like with the new set coming out, Skullman's, and I don't know, it could be good months from now. It could be one of the best decks months from now.
Yeah. Well, what happens with me when I try and build fresh decks is I slowly change out cards to make it better, and then at the end of the day, I'm just left with the same deck that I started with, or the same tier 1 meta deck that I started with. So I'm not very creative. That's why I stick to Totem Shaman. As you can tell, I'm masterful at
I think part of it is like you have to recognize like what a card is doing for you during the game. Just having like a good intuition on that, I think, is really helpful.
Yeah, well,
just like,
Totemic Reflection sits in my hand. That's good insight into this deck.
Want to do something flashy?
Oh jeez. Am I dead?
Maybe.
You need 2 damage to my face. All right. Well, my minions are dead. Secret polymorph. Okay, that's good. All right. Oh, I'm dead. All right. Well, let's go into the next game. I still have some more questions to distract you.
All right.
What kind of got you started in Hearthstone? And you can just queue up for the next game as you think about and answer this question.
December 2013, when the game was still in beta, and like back then I was still playing StarCraft a lot, and like Hearthstone just like popped up in the BattleNet program one day, and I started playing it, and like I really liked it
because it's the best card game.
It's very good.
So what kind of stuff do you like to do outside of play Hearthstone? Do you like to just play a bunch of other games? What kind of hobbies do you have? I know this day and age, or this time in the world is a tough place to have other hobbies, but what else do you enjoy?
I like getting out and exploring places, like hiking, traveling. Like I like strategy games of all kinds, and like logic puzzles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And that's like mostly what I'm into the most.
Who are some of the current Grandmasters that you're looking forward to playing against the most, or maybe certain Grandmasters that you might look up to, or have followed or watched in the past? I'd
probably say No Hands Gamer seems pretty cool. Like he makes a lot of like really good decks. Mm-hmm. Like I've played his decks before, and they seem pretty good.
He's another newcomer.
Yeah, he seems like a really strong player and deck builder. So like this first week's gonna be really scary, since we're kind of trying to figure out like what decks are really good in this first few weeks. Going to be it's a time where creativity is really rewarded.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's a period of time that, as someone who has to cast all these matches, I feel like I'm constantly lost until someone comes out with some meta deck that can finally at least get me some ranks enough so I can get good practice. I'm going to ask you a question. These are going to be kind of rapid fire questions. Okay. So just answer the first thing that kind of comes to your head. They're all Hearthstone related. So answer the first thing that comes to your head. Favorite deck of all time?
Aggro Warrior.
Okay, all right. Favorite Hearthstone card of all time?
Battle Rage?
Okay.
Maybe Van Cleave.
Edwin Van Cleave.
That's the first thing that came to mind. It's like, oh, yeah, it's cool.
All right. Favorite meta game of all time?
I don't know. I kind of like the meta game right now, honestly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Although, I will say the Bomb Warrior days were pretty nice too. Because, like, with, what's that legendary? Elysiana? The one that...
No, don't even say it. At least Archivist Elysiana.
Yeah.
Destroys your deck and you discover 5 cards and put 2 copies each in the deck.
The days of the 8-mana Elysiana were pretty nice.
So, I mean, season 1 of Grandmasters, you're talking about like that era. So about a year ago, a little over a year ago, Froden and I would have to cast like 12 hours of Bomb Warrior mirrors a day, 3 days a week, 3 weekend days a week. I don't miss those days at all. In a nutshell, maybe watching or playing one Bomb Warrior Archivist Elysiana game a week. Yeah, that'd be refreshing. But other than that, no.
It seemed really skill testing though.
It was very skill testing, but just exhausting. All right, next question.
Yeah.
I don't know how much other regions of Hearthstone you watch, or how much you've watched. You've been a player since beta, so you've probably watched a lot of Hearthstone. Favorite Hearthstone caster of all time?
You.
Yes. You're the first person that said that. The very first person that said that. And you know what?
I won't be last.
I sure hope not. And because of your grace and generosity, I know how far I was ahead in this game. As you can tell, I was just moments away from killing you. I'm gonna go ahead and give the game to you. I concede. So congratulations, beat me twice. But you answered all my questions. That's all the questions I had. So congratulations on the victories. It was fun playing with you, and I appreciate your time. Good luck in Grandmasters starting very soon.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
I would hope so. Try your best for me. Become my favorite player just as I am your favorite caster. Thanks, man.